It's a nice blue
Yes,
sweater.
this is the peacock sweater that your mother knitted for me a long time ago.
She used to do some nice.
She had to do knitting, she did. Peacock blue.
Gee, the films I saw last night, we just got the tapes back with the new films on. Actually, I have to go back to Photomat does this, they turn films into videotape. And they did 3 reels earlier, and I took the same tape back for them to add on more to the end of it, and instead they erased over the first part to put the new stuff on, so I have to go back and do it all over again.
Oh.
But the new stuff I had not seen in 20 years.
Oh, you mean now it's the lake,
Stuff
isn't
like,
it?
well, there's some lake shots there that I haven't seen for a long time. But there's shots taken down in Chicago when we lived in the apartment.
Oh, really?
Next to the Toms.
Really?
And there's some scenes there that really titillate my memory. The park across the street.
Wonderful, yes.
And I have fond, strange, warm
That
feelings
where
about that
Steve
park.
fell down on his head, that part?
Probably.
On Lund Street?
I guess. Big old apartment in
Yeah,
Chicago.
right.
Yeah, the tunnels underneath
Yeah, right.
to the backyard. And just some tantalizing glimpses of that park and those apartments just tugging at my memory, you know.
Isn't that something?
Very magical.
Yes, isn't that strange how things can be stored up and then pulled out like that? Sometimes just a fragrance.
Exactly. A certain smell in the air or a certain arrangement of objects that you can't quite place, and it triggers some little... And every once in a while I get a real strong whiff of how that... I used to think that park was just a miraculous place. Just that little playground across the street. It had that old Chicago architecture, and those old green iron fences and the old concrete curbs that surrounded it, and it had a flavor that I've never recaptured in anything else. And to see those films was really... And pictures of you at the city park and feeding all those geese, yeah. And Steve.
At Niowa City.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I have that tape with me today, so we can look at it over to John's wing.
Oh, good. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And the nice thing, like I said, when we show your tapes back, you can punch a button on there and the picture keeps going, but anything you say into the microphone gets added onto it, so we can narrate the films that Bob took. Because no one else is going to know what's going on except you.
Now, I don't think the Russian films are there. But those were the ones that made us all seasick. He did this, you know.
Oh, gee.
But think how bad it would have been. I don't know. You know, I'm sure he didn't have it during the revolution. It was, he went back 10 years after, you know, when they were beginning their, or just finished their first 5-year plan. That was when the little girl, you know, the Pioneers was his guide. And she was studying to join the Communist Party. And she was worried about her examinations. And she said to Lou, you know, the one question that bothers me the most, and said, it's the question why I don't believe in God. And the next day she came back and she was so jubilant. And Lou asked her about it, and she said, oh, I'm so happy. I passed my examination. And Lou said, did you get the one question right? Oh, yes, she said, I got that right. I prayed all night and got it right.
Why I don't believe in God.
I think that's a matchless thing. I think it's wonderful. Prayed all night. I think it was to St. Margaret or the Virgin or something. She got it right. Oh, I always loved that. You know, have you been, you don't see the Times, do you?
Do I see it or do I get it?
Do you get
I
it?
don't get it.
No. You know, there's been a lot of this, these moral,
Moral majority.
yes, and all this. And
Boy, that gripes me.
And they're right back to the old trial between evolution and the Bible. And here these Seattle Times has had two articles. One, September 7th, should the Bible be given equal time with Darwin? And then this one, creation or evolution, debate draws a crowd at UW. That drew such a crowd, they were standing on the, just crowded in there, no? And they had, but that I can't, I just can't get it that that's still a question, still.
So some people are still saying that evolution is not
Yeah, right.
correct.
No, that the Bible has it all, and it was created by an act of God, you know.
Well,
And so I got this chapter that Lou wrote on Clarence Darrow asked for a debate, and it's their debate, Darrow and your grandfather.
he debated
Clarence Darrow,
on
yeah.
the spot?
Yes,
person?
in Duluth, before an audience of about 3,000 people.
Have you tasted these homemade pickled tomatoes?
No.
Would you like it?
Oh,
A sample?
certainly would.
Oh, there'll be more on the table. Whoops, juicy.
Oh, wonderful. Mm. So it was the monkey trial that was so famous, you know, with Jennings.
Right.
So Darrow, in his inimitable way, he tells about it here, and the Darrow between. But the last thing of it, Darrow gets up and tells that whole audience. He said, "If I lived in Duluth, I'd go to this man's church." And that's your Duluth. And he was brought there by a very narrow group of people, you know, who believed that God did, the sun did stand still when Joshua said it. Your pickles are wonderful.
That's one of my specialties, yes.
Wonderful.
Allergy. Like pickle walk.
Have that some, because
Well.
we had a wonderful time together.
Pop and Darrow.
Yeah. Darrow looked at him and he said, "Hell, man, I can't fight with you." And then he said, all these things that you believe, that I believe too. He said, it's one thing for you to and me to talk about it. You don't get up in your pulpit and preach it, do you? And he said, "Yes, I do." And he couldn't believe it. And that's why he wrote through that letter, you know, saying, "I admire you more than I do, you know, as I do few men." He wanted to go to Russia with Lou. His wife wouldn't let him.
Who's getting striped mittens?
Genie, die.
They're great. All you need is a thumb. See
I got a thumb on this.
Ben's cards.
Yes. Oh, I think that's tremendous. You see these, Dara?
We thought we should have to move up to Mercer Island, though, where more wealthy people are.
No, I don't know. I think that has a very strong come hither.
Neat.
Most anybody. I think they'd rob the babies of milk and do this sort of thing. I think that's wonderful.
Ben, what I think would be nice to have is a center, a massage therapy center that also had a coffee shop in it, or, you know, a place where people could informally socialize, whether they were there for their treatments or for their workshops or not. Also a place just to hang out, to have unofficial experience with people.
A library.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a conversation place, a place to go and,
Tea park.
yeah, a place where you can also make some music and like
Let's do it.
the things that the mill offers, you know, a place to be the person that you're working on wanting to be. A place to go around and be that.
A new kind of,
Cracker Barrel.
Exactly, the old country store.
call it the old country store and therapy center.
That's my dream. I would love to work on something like
That'd be a
that.
nice.
My dad's into it too. I mean, if we all combined our know-how and our money, we could do it.
Whole new format of institution.
She came into the bedroom one time when I was visiting down there.
Oh, yes.
My hair, I let it down, and she took one look and screamed, "Witch! Witch!" And she went out to her mother.
In Elmhurst?
Yeah, she's scared to death.
Oh gosh.
How did you feel about that?
Why, I was sort of nonplussed. What a scare die. And she came pretty slowly after. You didn't quite trust me, but by and by she came.
I wish someone had films of inside the parsonage.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be
yes.
something? I remember when we'd stay there with you, walking down the hall in the morning from Ted's room or
Oh,
something like
yes.
that. And there you'd be sitting in your bedroom with those big wooden carved doors swung open and the sunlight streaming in behind you and your hair
Oh,
down
really?
in your lap.
Really?
Huge, long hair, and you'd just be brushing it and humming
Really?
and humming, and the sun just bursting out around your hair. It
Really?
just looked like
Is
that
right?
was
The Witch and the Princess.
Donna.
really. You could really believe in religion inside of that house at a
Is
time
that
like
right?
that.
Is that right?
Halos and auras and everything.
Ah,
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
is that John?
Joyce.
Oh,
What'd she say?
She said, don't forget to bring your flowers.
No.
And if you could drive Nana up, that would be great. And Todd is there and the turkey's in the oven.
Okay. And it's gonna
Is
take
Steve
me about
there?
15 more minutes.
Todd's there.
Todd's there.
But
Steve's
it's gonna
coming.
take me half an hour if I keep doing that, I'll tell you.
Well, now, yes, Steve's coming. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Probably watching the game.
Sure. Someone starts on